when you're looking for KitchenAid innovation and quality? Who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, we'll help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified KitchenAid appliances save you energy and money, and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
Hi, I'm John Malos, and welcome to this edition of Connect with Me on the showroom floor at Ventura TV. Today, the focus is on business, water rates, artificial turf. We'll be talking to a specialist right here in the studio, 436-MeTV, option 11. Remember, turn down the sound on your television.
Tonight I want to discuss the importance of the television medium to the American people.
No question about it, the focus is on business today, but I want to hold up this card, this orange card, and perhaps you received one of these in the mail as well. It talks about a meeting that takes place on Thursday, August the 8th at 6 p.m. Bullard High School. Steve Brandow, your city council member for District 2, will be there to talk about the possibility of raising water rates, tripling them perhaps in the next 3 years. Well, I have one way that you can fight the system or get back at City Hall if, in fact, that comes true, that they, in fact, raise the water rates. Let's go to the videotape and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. It's artificial turf. It's called SynLawn. Hey, there's the truck they haul that stuff with. It looks like real grass. In fact, if you look at it up close with a magnifying glass, you wouldn't even be able to tell the difference. Is it real or is it fake? This is the fake stuff. It's called SynLawn. It's artificial turf for your front or backyard, and apparently business is booming right here in the Central Valley. The grass blades are made of plastic or nylon, in some cases polypropylene or polyethylene. There are some 20 different styles to choose from, in fact, and you can order thin, medium, or thick blades. It'll cost you, though, about $6.50 to $8 a square foot, but it's lasting 7 to 12 years. Live in our studio right now is Matt Price. He is the owner, the president, the CEO of SynLawn. He is here to take your calls at 436-MeTV. You can hit option 11, but remember, folks, please turn down the sound on your television set. Now, I want to remind you that Matt Price is here of his own free will. We're not paying him. He's not paying us. He's coming here to talk about a product that is called SynLawn. It's artificial turf. So I want to make that clear. You're free to call in and ask the question to Matt, but I want to emphasize this is not by any stretch of the imagination an infomercial in any way, shape, or form. We're talking to him specifically about his business today, which is called SynLawn, the artificial turf. I'll even hold up just a sample right here. This is exactly what it looks like. We'll show you pictures a bit later on in the show of what it looks like. SynLawn is actually owned and distributed by AstroTurf, which we all know AstroTurf from years ago. They used to put that in sports stadiums. This is something very similar. I'm John Malos. You're watching Connect with Me. Back with more with our guest, Matt Price, in just a moment.
Call me Beaver?
Leave It to Beaver is on me.
Who, me?
MeTV.
Gee, Dad. Gee, Mom. Gee. Gee, Eddie. Gee, Wally.
Gee.
Gee.
Gee, Eddie.
Gee, Mrs. Cleaver.
Not GTV.
Gee, do you mean I just might have thought I was on television?
Beaver, of course you were on television.
Yes, Leave It to Beaver is on MeTV.
That'd be all right with me.
Me, too.
Now on MeTV Fresno, Xfinity 187.
Oh, fun!
And I go back to one of my original statements. You know, the city of Fresno has known about the infrastructure, the main water lines that bring the water into your home. The system has been deteriorating for years. They've known about it, and all of a sudden, they want to fix it. Got this card in the mail? As I said earlier, there is a District 2 meeting at 6 o'clock. It'll last about an hour and a half at Bullard High School on Thursday evening. Steve Brandow, the city council member, will be there. Maybe you should question him with your thoughts and your concerns. In the meantime, Matt Price is here with SynLawn, and I guess you have an answer, a quick answer to those high water rates, potentially, I should say, right?
Yes, yeah, correct, yeah. Yeah, SynLawn.
And you brought some samples with you, and it looks like real grass. You put it in. Is this the actual backing to it?
Yes, yeah, correct.
Okay,
yeah.
all right. I mentioned that this stuff is made of nylon.
This product is actually not a nylon product.
Okay, what is this made of?
This is it's a polypropylene polyethylene mix.
Okay.
And so it's what we call like a hybrid grass.
Okay, but it's synthetic in other words,
yes,
right?
Yes, yeah, correct. Yeah, it's a plastic.
It's a plastic is basically what. So hold that one up. I'll hold this one up right here. You hold that one up really high. You can cover your face if you want. That's all right. So how durable is this?
It's really durable. If you pick the right turf for the right application, it would last you a long time. I mean, you're not,
long time meaning what?
It depends. Like a front yard, typically you get, you could easily get 15 plus years on it. Because front yards don't have high traffic, or not high traffic areas.
What about the high traffic areas, like the backyard?
Backyard, dogs, kids, and all that. You'd probably get anywhere from about 8 to 12, maybe more. Just depends on how much traffic.
All right, there's no other way to say this. I've been wanting to ask this ever since I met you. Okay, let's hold this up. Take a good look at this. Look at this right here. How do you clean dog poo off of this?
Just pick it up, hose it off. Pick it up, hose it off.
It'll hose right off, right?
And because there's no moisture in the grass, you can literally let it sit out there for a couple hours.
What if it stays for days?
Oh, you can kick it right off. It's really easy. Flathead shovel, come and knock it right off.
So if you try to shovel this, it's not going to hurt it, right? The shovel will not hurt this.
Yeah, as long as you go with the grain of the grass. I mean, you definitely don't want to dig into it, but if you do, skim right off the top, you're good.
Okay, and I also mentioned in the monologue that you started this company. It's been an 8-year run, about 2005. Now, why did you start this company? I mean, water rates were not even talked about in 2005. There were no water meters at that time. What prompted you to start this company as a business?
I was looking for something different, and I thought this would be a great idea. It was really catching on in other markets, bigger markets, and so I thought it's going to hit here sooner or later. And so it did, and especially in this type of area, it doesn't get much water. We're really a desert, so I thought it would work really well, and so I went after it.
So with this, you can almost eliminate your gardener in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And the other question I have is, okay, what are your options? Is it, if you weigh the two? Okay, if you put this in, it's going to be a 7 to 15 year run. If you leave your grass in, your water rates could go up. So what's going to be cheaper, this or just leaving your regular grass in over the course of 15 years?
This would be a lot less expensive, a lot less.
If you add it up?
Yeah, I mean, with sod, you're resodding every 4 to 5 years. So, I mean, that will add up, plus you're paying for water, plus, herbicides, pesticides.
And a gardener.
Gardener, and so all those costs, they add up.
Right, and you never have to water this.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, how many employees in your business?
It depends on the time of year, but we're looking usually around 8 to 12.
Okay, and you have to pay them full-time salaries, benefits. Mm-hmm. You also have to do disability for the state of California.
Exactly.
How expensive is it? What's your overhead, in other words?
It's expensive, especially now. It's getting nothing but worse and more expensive.
In terms of what? How so? Explain.
It's workman's comp is always going up. It's California being California.
Are you making money though? Are you able to make some money for yourself?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You are.
Yeah.
You are, despite the high overhead.
Despite the high overhead, yes, yeah. Yeah, I mean, but I'm still, there's months where I have to pay my guys, make sure my guys get paid, and
right.
There'll be 1 month or two, especially during our winter seasons. I might not get a paycheck. So
right, but you have to work extra hard to pay them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because they get paid before you do.
Yes, yeah, correct, yeah.
436 MeTV, option 11, talking with Matt Price. Want to go to the videotape here on the monitor, and we're going to explain it from all the different processes. This is process one. Matt, explain what's going on
Yeah,
here.
so right now they're actually, this is after we've taken out all the existing grass, and we lay down a weed fabric and then lay down our base. Right now we already have our base rock down, but this is us putting down the decomposed granite on top of our base rock. And we do about 2.5 inches of Class 2 base rock on top of the weed fabric, and then about a 1/2 inch of decomposed granite to make it nice and smooth.
How long a process is this, the preparation work?
It depends on size. This size, this was, I think, about, the front yard was about 1,000 square feet, maybe a little bit over.
And what are they packing down here?
They're packing down actually the Class 2 base rock.
Okay. And what does that Class 2 base rock do? What's it supposed to do? What's its job?
It gives a good foundation, and it's also for drainage.
Oh, drainage.
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah, correct. So we want a good sturdy base. We don't want to just put it on top of the dirt or put it on top of the existing grass. Because you can get inconsistencies in the base.
All right. Does it have to be a smooth, flat surface?
We make it not necessarily smooth and flat.
But smooth.
Yes, but smooth. Yes, we can have rolling hills and things like that.
Right, and
like
you
this
can.
yard has.
All right. Now, do a lot of people, when they put this in, do they envision a little miniature golf course?
Some people do. Some people do.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll turn you back around here.
Okay.
Yeah, they do, huh? And you can put those in.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we can put those in. We do putting greens all the time. We just finished one yesterday.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is that extra?
Putting greens are more expensive because putting greens, there's nothing really. Everyone is custom. So there's not really cookie cutter shape or cookie cutter putting green that
Right.
we do.
Everybody's yard is different.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we have to, per square foot, they are more expensive. You're looking usually $8 to $12 for putting greens.
Okay, we're talking with Matt Price. He is the owner, the CEO, the president, whatever, chief cook and bottle washer at SynLawn. That's the artificial turf right here. He started the company back in 2005, and a lot of people are putting this in because of the potential for the rise in water rates, of course, here in the Central Valley, specifically in the city of Fresno. Now, if you want to call in, it's 436-ME-TV option 11, but remember, you've got to turn down that TV. If you don't, we're going to have to cut you off ASAP because we won't be able to hear you, and there's too much of a delay. Back with more of Connect with Me in a moment.
It's time to play the Hi Bob game. Simply watch the Bob.
Howard, I wanted to hear what that lady said.
As I was saying, simply watch the Bob Newhart show and count how many times people say hi, Bob.
Well, why don't we start things off?
Hi, Bob. Hi, Bob. Hi, Bob. Hi, Bob. Hi, Bob.
Wakey, wakey, Aislinn Basie.
Sorry, try again.
Darn it.
Everybody loves the Hi Bob game.
This is the greatest game I've ever seen.
Weeknights at 10:30, 9:30 Central on MeTV.
So we're here talking about SynLawn. If you're upset about the city talking about raising your water rates and you want revenge and you want to get even with them, well, here's the best way right here, SynLawn. And I'm not trying to sell the product. This is not an infomercial. I'm trying to get information out of you. I don't want this to sound like an infomercial at all, but more about your business a little bit. How difficult is it to do business, not only in Fresno, but the state of California? Is it as difficult as some business owners make it out to be, or is it overblown?
I think it is. It's as difficult. I'm sure there's things that are overblown, but it is difficult. It's just the loops that you have to jump through.
Give me one or two examples of hoops that you have to jump through.
Contractor licenses. I mean, you go to most companies or most other states, and you don't need them. But I mean, there's also good things about this, where if you do pick a right company that has all all these things set, you're going to get a good job.
All right. You're on with Matt Price. Good morning. What's your question?
I was wondering, I tuned in a little late probably, but what's the cost of the grass that he's talking about?
You're looking anywhere from about $6.50 to about $8 a square foot. That's depending on the type of grass that you choose. And there's below that and above that, but that's about the average.
$6.50 to what? $6.50 a square foot?
Yeah, $6.50 to about $8.
Yeah, how big is your yard, sir?
I I really don't know. I haven't
Okay.
measured it, but I've got, I don't know, probably 20 yards by 50 yards, something like that.
Yeah, so what would the cost be on that?
Put me on the spot here.
Get your cell phone out. Do the calculation.
Yeah.
So what did he say? He's got about 20 yards.
20 yards.
Yeah, about 20 yards.
That's big.
That's a big yard, right?
Yeah.
So you got to you do it by the square foot, though, don't you?
Yeah, we do. So it'd be 20 yards by
20 yards by 50 yards, I believe he said. So you're looking at $6.50 to $8 a square foot. See, I'm not a math whiz. In fact, I flunked math.
That's really big. That's about 9,000 square feet.
So you're looking at how much?
That's a huge.
So you're talking about 20,000 maybe?
Oh, more than that. Yeah,
30?
something that big.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
you're
I'll
looking.
see
Yeah,
you
for something
tomorrow.
that size. Yeah, you're looking a lot more than that.
Right. But so are you thinking about putting this in your yard or what?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I mean, it sounds good to me. To mow that it takes a lot of time, and I don't have that kind of time. And
Well, water rates are going up
water,
too.
The price of water and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, I thank you for your call. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching Connect with me, and thank you for turning down the sound on your television set. By the way, another piece of videotape here, and this is the area that where the SynLawn is actually going to be installed, and this is kind of preparation, more preparation. Perhaps you want to call this step 2 before they actually lay the sheets down in. And do they glue them to the area?
The areas are staked down actually around the perimeter, and then on the seams.
Staked down with what?
With a 6-inch nail.
Okay.
A 6-inch nail around the perimeter, and then on the seams they're glued.
All right. No chance of these nails coming out and hurting children.
We've not had any problem with that.
Okay. And this is just the area, the prep work that they've done to get the ground in the right kind of shape and order so you can lay these strips down.
Mm-hmm. Yes, correct. Yeah.
And you cut them to size, do you?
Well, it comes like carpet, and it comes about 15-foot wide with rolls. So we do try to figure out the best way to lay the turf with the grain going the right direction that we needed, and because everything has to go in the right in the same direction, because it won't look right if it doesn't.
Basically, this is nothing more than a carpet.
Yes,
is that correct?
Yeah, it's glorified outdoor carpet.
It's a glorified outdoor carpet that's durable. We have another phone call. Let's take it. Good morning. You are on with Matt Price. Your question.
Yeah, good morning, John. Listen, by chance, what's the difference between Fresno and Las Vegas as far as the lawn care? I've been there a number of times when my daughter lived there, and there was a lot of rocks, I guess you'd say, that people would use, a few cactuses, very few lawns, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm just kind of wondering, would you go that route with small rocks, or you stay with grass? And have you ever been to Las Vegas to see what they have as far as saving water and, preserving liquid gold, California, actually, I guess it's California liquid, or Nevada liquid. Okay, thank you, Matt. And I'll hear you over the television. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, I know in Vegas, I'm not sure in Las Vegas, but I know like in Henderson, right outside of Las Vegas, there are ordinance that you can only have a certain amount of grass allowed in your area. So you have you might only be allowed 10% of your lawn to be grass. So I mean, if you have 100 square feet, that's only 10 square feet, or 1,000 square feet, you only have 100 square feet of turf allowed. And so a lot of people are going to this, so they want more greenery.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the city of Fresno to, pass some kind of an ordinance that you have to have a certain amount of grass implanted in your yard, whether it be front or back. So you have to water, so you have to pay the rate, so they can get, the money. Or do you ever see them outlawing this?
I hope not. I hope not. I know there are some cities
that do outlaw this,
that have outlawed that. Yeah.
Really? For what reason? Water meters?
I think they're more thinking back to the old days of.
Is it water meter related? That's what
I don't believe so. No.
No, it's not. Is it more they want the desert look down there, or what?
No, I think it's their vision of synthetic grass is the older 70s version.
I
That
see.
green rollout
Right.
junk that was about ½ inch tall.
When I was a kid, we talked about AstroTurf, and I saw the Giants and the 49ers play on AstroTurf at Candlestick Park.
Yeah.
It was like carpet, but it was like concrete. It
Yes,
was
yeah.
like, you go on it, sorry about that. But it was just like concrete. It was unbelievable. And so this is not like that. It's very soft, like a carpet.
Yeah, not anymore, yeah. And AstroTurf is actually going to help with AstroTurf because AstroTurf's our sister company.
So does AstroTurf make this?
They make a similar product, yeah, for fields.
So AstroTurf, after all these years, 40 plus years, is still around.
Still around, yep. Owned by the same people. SynLawn and AstroTurf are our sister company.
Where is this manufactured?
In Dalton, Georgia.
And who does it? AstroTurf?
It's actually Crystal Products, AstroTurf, and SynLawn.
Is Crystal Products, is that a subdivision of AstroTurf or what?
It's actually the kind of the parent company, I guess they would call it.
Parent company. All right. Talking to Matt Price, 436-ME-TV option 11. Remember, thank you very much for turning down the sound on your television. Back with Matt Price in just a moment.
Frigidaire. We introduced the first home freezer, the first pulsator agitator washer, and now we introduce the Frigidaire Orbit Clean Dishwasher, designed with a unique wash arm that gives you 4 times more water coverage for a consistently better clean. Frigidaire, over 90 years of legendary innovation.
See the full line of Frigidaire appliances at Ventura TV Electronics and Appliances.
Hey, maybe you're like me. You got one of these little nifty orange cards in your mail just recently talking about this water rate increase possibility of over the next 3 years could triple. Thursday evening at what time? 6 o'clock to 7:30, Bullard High School. That's Thursday, August the 8th. Steve Brandow, your trustee council member, who's been a member here, actually a guest here, I should say, twice on the program. He's going to be talking about water rates. So, do you have this installed in your front and backyard?
Yes, yeah, both.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Another phone call. I hope that sound is turned down on the television set. Let's take the call and find out here, Matt. Good morning. You're on with Matt Price. What's your question today?
Yes, my question is how durable is the carpet grass that he are using depending on the temperature of the summertime, because I used to have those in the garden.
All right.
They melt,
So how durable is it?
It's very durable. If you have...
And resistant by the weather, and the temperature of the Fresno.
Oh, yeah, with the Fresno heat and the sun.
Yeah.
All of these products have warranties that are manufacturer backed.
So how durable is it for weather and if your kids want to beat on it, your dog is running around scratching it and...
With weather and the sun, a lot of people, that's when people are worried about it fading. Fading's going to be the last thing that goes on this turf.
It won't fade.
Eventually, but
over the course of time.
Over the course of time, of course, yeah. But 10-year, we have warranties. Like one of these products here is a 10-year warranty on the product for fading.
Okay.
This product has a 7-year warranty on it. So but lifespan of area with no traffic is going to last a long time.
Wow.
And if it is a higher traffic turf, it will last a long time too.
Another piece of video. Let's roll the videotape and take a look at this, Matt. You can talk over it and explain to our audience. There's a close-up of those nylon blades, or some are made of nylon. What's that one made of?
That's also a polyethylene, polypropylene.
Okay. All right. So you can see the backing of it. What's the backing made of again?
It's a polyethylene coated backing. It's actually a soy-based backing also. So it's a green product.
Right. So it's a non-skid. It won't slip, right?
Yes,
it's designed to stay. But you glue it and nail it in anyway.
Yes. Yeah. Correct. And that right there, that's the seaming cloth that we use to put our glue on to seam the seams.
Okay. Okay, that's great. And so we're looking at more videotape here. There's a close-up shot, of course, of the backing and the blades right there. And whose idea was this to start this company?
To start SynLawn?
Yeah.
SynLawn
was it yours?
It was no. SynLawn was...
No, your company.
Oh, yes.
Your idea?
Yeah, my idea, yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And over the course of...
I just kind of went through franchise magazines looking to start something different so I can start my own company and do things my way, and found looked through companies and found this company.
Amazing. Another call here. Good morning. You're on with Matt Price. Your question, please.
Good morning. Yeah, I was watching the show about the synthetic lawn. It's great. My question to your guest is: we have tree ordinances for parking lots. How long before we have ordinances for artificial grass versus the plant from a seed type? As we're looking at increased water shortages as we get a little deeper into the 21st century, is there eventually going to be an outlaw of the old style grass as we know it, and then let's say incentives for installing permanent lawns such as your product, Matt? Thanks.
I know we've talked to the city about rebates, but they're just nowhere close to being there.
Yeah, like a solar deal, huh?
Yeah.
Where you get the state rebates, actually the federal rebates, I believe, on solar, right?
Yeah,
federal and state rebates,
I know
believe.
there's some cities on the coast, especially like Carmel area, that they do have rebates for synthetic. And
City wouldn't hear of it, huh?
I mean, they were open to it, but it just said, not enough money. And which,
right.
I mean, and so, but I don't think. I mean, there's areas that we're doing right now that they are completely developments that are completely going to synthetic.
Right. Okay. More video here. Let's go. We got 2 more videos to get to quickly here before we run out of time. Let's roll it here. What are they doing here? Measuring?
Yeah, he's measuring the turf right now, making the cuts to fill in the areas, and cutting the turf. And so we're trying to. What he's doing right now is actually cutting down the middle of the grass.
He's using actually a razor blade, right?
That's actually it's a carpet tool.
Okay.
It's a carpet. We call it a back cutter.
It's like a razor, basically cuts the carpet.
It's a blade. It's a blade that's cutting the carpet. Yeah.
Yeah, you're cutting it to size, basically.
Yes. Yeah. And so you can see he had 3 pieces. He'll fit this area in, and you can see there's not much waste, and that's what we try to do is save as much amount of waste as possible. And
right.
That's why we know how to cut pieces in different lengths and widths to do this.
Your measuring sticks are your best friends at this point, right?
Yeah. I can't do anything with that one.
Yeah, there's no question about it. So he's laying them out there and trying to see what he has, and he's evaluating the situation. And the mailman actually may be enticed to purchase SynLawn himself as he pulls up there, looking to put the mail in the box and probably asking a few questions.
Yeah, Every job, every front yard job, it's the guys get nonstop questions when people stop by.
Yeah. So there's the mail person getting out right there.
Yeah, and this Dan, he's been doing this for 6 years now.
Yeah, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. So almost as long as you.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot. I mean, he has thousands of installs in his belt, and he does most of the jobs.
I'm going to show the audience, of course, the finishing touches, which they already know what it looks like. But let's take a look at a finished product here. Absolutely beautiful. Of all the businesses that you could have opened, why this one? I mean, you could have opened a bar, a restaurant.
Yeah, I actually looked that way. I thought this will give me more time. This idea was so different at the time, and I remember telling my buddies and friends that I was going to do this, and they thought I was crazy. But I
guess you proved them wrong.
Yeah, it's working.
That's a big yard there.
Yeah, it is. It's a couple thousand square feet. I think it's about 1,600 square feet.
Right. So you're looking at about 10 grand right there, easily.
It's close too. Yeah. I mean, that's a bigger than average front yard. Actually, they're. Yeah,
but they've got a combination of grass where there was a lot of the grass, the SynLawn, but they have a little bit of a desert look too, just slightly.
Yeah, that zero
little mix.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it looks like low drought tolerant plants and things like that. Actually, some of those aren't, but if they do, you can save a lot of water with drought tolerant plants too.
Yeah, it's amazing. So you are making money, huh?
Yeah,
Do you feel like you have the freedom to do what you want to do?
Not always.
Totally.
No, not during the summer, especially.
Right. Quickly, you got 10 seconds, your phone number in case somebody wants to call.
Yeah, it's you can 559-472-3454.
One more time?
472-3454.
Matt Price, got to go. It goes by quick,
Yeah,
huh? 30 minutes. I appreciate your time. You're a good guy. Good luck with SynLawn. We're back tomorrow with another edition of Connect with Me on Me TV Fresno.
When you're looking for Whirlpool innovation and quality, who has the answers, the selection, the price? Ventura TV Appliance. With billions in nationwide appliance buying power, more than Home Depot and Best Buy combined, will help you save. Our low prices on Energy Star qualified Whirlpool appliances save you energy and money and pay no interest on select models when paid in full within 12 months. Ventura TV Appliance, serving you since 1951.
James Arness is Marshal Matt Dillon.
They were looking for me. They're going to be back.
On Gunsmoke.
That's right.
Weekdays at 1 on MeTV.